Mount Kailash, one of the most enigmatic and revered peaks in the world, has long been surrounded by myths, legends, and unsolved mysteries. Located in the remote western region of Tibet, it stands at an altitude of 6,638 meters, 21,778 feet, and is part of the Trans-Himalayan range. Despite its relatively modest height compared to the world's tallest mountains, such as Mount Everest, Mount Kailash holds a unique and unparalleled significance for millions of people, and is often described as the most sacred mountain on Earth. This sacredness, combined with its seemingly impenetrable aura, has made climbing Mount Kailash an endeavor shrouded in mystery, reverence, and prohibitions. Mount Kailash is uniquely venerated by multiple religions, including Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Bon, the indigenous faith of Tibet. Hindus regard the mountain as the abode of Lord Shiva, one of the principal deities in their pantheon, who is said to reside in eternal meditation on its peak with his consort, Parvati. The mountain's symmetrical shape is interpreted as a divine manifestation of cosmic harmony and balance. For Buddhists, Mount Kailash is considered the home of Demchok, Chakrasamvara, a deity associated with supreme bliss. It is also believed to represent Mount Meru, the axis mundi, or the cosmic center of the universe in Buddhist cosmology. Jainism reveres Kailash as Ashtapada, the place where the first Tirthankara, Rishabhanatha, attained liberation, moksha. The Bon religion sees the mountain as the seat of the sky goddess Sipaimen and the spiritual center of the universe. This profound sanctity has led to a near-universal understanding that Mount Kailash is not merely a mountain, but a divine structure, making climbing it akin to desecrating a temple. The cultural and spiritual importance of Mount Kailash is one of the primary reasons why no one has officially climbed it. Tibetans, supported by their government and spiritual leaders, have long maintained that the mountain should remain untouched out of respect for its sacredness. This prohibition is reinforced by local Tibetan beliefs that disturbing the sanctity of Kailash would lead to dire consequences. Stories abound of climbers who have either been dissuaded by spiritual authorities or turned back by the overwhelming sense of dread and reverence upon approaching the mountain. There have been instances where climbers, including renowned mountaineers, have expressed interest in scaling Kailash. However, these attempts have been thwarted either by Tibetan authorities, who refused to grant permission, or by the climbers themselves, who were overcome by the spiritual weight of their endeavor. Reinhold Messner, a legendary mountaineer, reportedly abandoned his plans to climb Mount Kailash, citing its sacred nature as a boundary not to be crossed. Beyond spiritual and cultural prohibitions, Mount Kailash presents unique physical challenges that have discouraged climbers. Unlike many of the world's most famous peaks, Kailash has an unusual structure with steep faces and loose, unstable rocks. Its vertical slopes and symmetrical pyramid-like shape make it incredibly difficult to climb using conventional mountaineering techniques. There are no well-established routes or base camps, and the mountain's remote location adds another layer of logistical complexity. The extreme weather conditions of the region further compound the difficulty. Kailash is subject to fierce winds, freezing temperatures, and sudden storms, making any climbing attempt perilous. Some climbers who have tried to study the mountain closely report a sense of disorientation and vertigo, which many attribute to its unique magnetic field. This has led to speculation that the mountain exerts an energy that disrupts the human body and mind. Mount Kailash is not merely a peak to be scaled. It is a focal point for countless unsolved mysteries that continue to baffle scientists, spiritual seekers, and adventurers alike. One of the most intriguing aspects of Kailash is its geographic and symbolic role as the center of cosmic harmony. It is situated near the sources of some of Asia's most important rivers, the Indus, Sutlej, Brahmaputra, and Karnali, which sustain millions of people. Many believe this alignment is not a coincidence, but evidence of the mountain's central role in the Earth's spiritual and geographical matrix. Another fascinating mystery is the mountain's pyramid-like shape, which some researchers speculate is not entirely natural. Certain fringe theories suggest that Kailash might be an ancient man-made structure, or a relic of a lost advanced civilization. While mainstream science dismisses these claims as pseudoscience, the mountain's symmetrical form and its connection to mythic traditions keep these ideas alive in popular imagination. There are also accounts of pilgrims and visitors experiencing accelerated aging near Mount Kailash. According to one legend, people who circumambulate the mountain, a practice known as parikrama or kora depending on the tradition, can experience spiritual purification and the equivalent of a lifetime of karma being resolved. However, some reports suggest that the region has an unusual time dilation effect, causing unexplained physiological changes in visitors. Although the Tibetan government and local authorities strictly prohibit climbing Mount Kailash, a few historical accounts suggest that individuals have come close. In the 11th century, the Tibetan poet and saint Milarepa is said to have flown to the summit using his yogic powers, though this story is viewed as a spiritual allegory rather than a historical event. Modern attempts have also been rare and unsuccessful. In 1985, Colonel Wilson, a British mountaineer, claimed he attempted to climb Kailash but was stopped by sudden and inexplicable weather changes. Some believe that the mountain itself rejects climbers, manifesting storms, avalanches, or other phenomena to protect its sacred integrity. While climbing the peak is forbidden, millions of pilgrims from around the world undertake the Kora, a circumambulation of Mount Kailash, every year. The journey, which covers 52 kilometers, 32 miles, is considered one of the most challenging and spiritually significant pilgrimages in the world. Pilgrims believe that completing the Kora erases the sins of a lifetime and brings them closer to enlightenment. The Kora is not for the faint-hearted. At an altitude of over 4,500 meters, 14,800 feet, the thin air, extreme cold, and rugged terrain make the journey a test of endurance and faith. Despite these challenges, pilgrims from all walks of life, including the elderly and the infirm, undertake the trek, driven by their unwavering devotion. The sense of spiritual fulfillment and divine connection reported by pilgrims further reinforces the mountain's sacred aura. In a world increasingly driven by human conquest and exploration, Mount Kailash stands as a symbol of the boundaries that should not be crossed. The prohibition against climbing Kailash raises important questions about the ethics of mountaineering and the human desire to dominate nature. Should every peak be scaled, or are there places that should remain untouched out of respect for their cultural, spiritual, or ecological significance? Mount Kailash's enduring mystery lies in its ability to inspire awe and reverence, while resisting the human urge to conquer. Its sacredness, combined with its physical challenges and unsolved mysteries, ensures that it remains one of the last untouched frontiers on Earth, a place where spirituality and the sublime reign supreme. The enigma of Mount Kailash is a profound reminder of the limits of human ambition and the enduring power of faith and mystery. Whether viewed as a geological wonder, a spiritual center, or a symbol of cosmic harmony, Kailash continues to captivate the imagination of all who hear its stories. Its unscaled summit serves as a testament to the idea that not all mountains are meant to be climbed. Some are meant to be revered, contemplated, and preserved as sacred gifts to humanity.